Tiny Tuesday, having some fun with a little mini sketchbook, little mini palette. Let's check it out. Let's have fun with this little mini sketchbook that I was given from a friend. A little cute. These were in a tutorial. And now I'm going to grab my little sketchbook, put a clip on it. Oops. Doesn't want to clip. Look at the mini palette. Kind of cute, right? Let's see if it's magnetic. Okay, you don't want to work. Okay, there we go. We'll spray it. It's so tiny. So we're going to do a little ink and wash. I'm just going to draw some simple tomatoes. If you have to draw it beforehand, just think of tomatoes as a circle, another little circle, right? And then you draw little stars on top that kind of bend. So like this, curve, curve, kind of like that. And then I thought we'd do some little pea pods. So it's a little smiley face and little zigzags here and a stem. Let's do another one. Zigzags, stem. And we could draw some peas. Get creative. So I like to use a Sharpie fine point pen. This is the permanent marker, so it doesn't bleed. And you just go back over what we just drew in pencil, wait a few seconds, and then you can go and erase your pencil marks. You can do more than what I did for the tomatoes. Just a little spread here. Little caps for the peas. Little caps. That's what I call it. Little caps on their heads and go like, wee. It's a really quick, simple sketch. Draw some peas. Oops, that was a little off. Listen, you don't have to make your sketchbooks perfect. I don't know why people get so bogged down in thinking that you have to do that. You can write words. You can do some little leaves back here. Maybe have a little vine and put some little leaves kind of coming out here. Make it interesting. You know, do a bunch of things. And you also can have thick and thin lines, you know. And then I just take a kneaded eraser and I'll just erase my lines that I did first time with the pencil. Oh, I noticed that I didn't have my little cap stem on there. Peas. You can write peas and tomato. You can write tomato. Tomato. And then capital P. Peas. So words are kind of fun, you know. You can do some like all kinds of fun words. And then I'm just going to grab whatever brush is convenient. I've got a 10 round. Now this paper is hot press type paper. It's not cold press. It's not going to be able to be good bleeds, but good enough. I'm going to get rid of this blue by getting it wet. Oh, it's decided not to stick around. I think I'll have to clip it. There. Much better, right? The tomato, this is the cadmium red light. It's a perfect color for tomato. And look, I wouldn't make it really loose and wet because it's, again, a hot press. I'm just going to put that color right here. You can leave a little white in the center or towards the left for like a little highlight. A great tomato color. If you want a little bit darker, I'm going to leave a little color highlight there. Add some, here's magenta. See, a little bit darker. It's a little bit of magenta. You can make the color a little bit deeper and darker. So hot press type of paint paper, the paint sits on top. It doesn't really bleed into, doesn't have the little nooks and crannies to bleed in there. And I will have to actually clean my little palette for my other colors. So again, cadmium yellow deep. Now I have like ultramarine blue. I think this is Prussian blue, so I can make a nice green. A little bit more yellow. This green is coming out like muddy. So I'm just trying to clean my brush a little bit. And there we go. The peas. Peas in the pod. Again, you can use the same color. See, it's a little thicker. It glides on the paper. So I know these things are like really inexpensive sketchbooks. I'm gonna add a little bit more yellow. Go quickly. But they're fun to play with and just observe, play with color, you know. Brushes that are new. Just filling this in. And then going same thing with the tomato, filling in the same green. And then we want to add some more variation, the tones of green, by adding in some deep color of greens. So I'll just mix in some more Prussian blue. Now we have a bluer green, and you can add a teeny bit of burnt sienna to tone that green down. Or you can use the red. Now we've got some deeper green. What I'll do here is just add a little more value in here, kind of put the deep green on the inside and kind of on the edge of my little star on the tomato, tapping it on this. And on the peas, because the peas, maybe there's indentation of like there's peas inside, you can make this little, kind of like a smile, upside down smile. So you can see that there's peas inside there, right? And then you get a little bit more deeper color. You can add some of that underneath the little cap, and on the bottom, just add a little swipe of color with your 10, and a little bit onto the stem as well. Super fun, super easy. And then you can paint the background whatever you want, or paint the words whatever color you want. And another thing is, if I remove all this color here, you can put some shadows in. By the way, have you ever tried using the opposite, which is the complementary color, for shadow? So we have green here, and we can use the green on our tomato instead of the red. Too bad I get rid of all my green, but here, I'll mix some green again. The yellow. You could do it before or after. So here's the green. You put it on the tomato because it's a complementary color, and you have a nice shadow color. Same thing down here. You want to do that, same color, get a nice shadow. What I was thinking about is putting a shadow underneath the actual peas and tomatoes themselves. So here I'm going to use ultramarine blue deep, little thing here, and burnt sienna. Super cute. This is like a nice bluish gray shadow from my tomato. Can make it a little bit more bluer. Go from the center outward. Kind of start here and go out this way underneath it, giving it a shadow on all the peas on the right hand side, kind of on the bottom. And you have this cute little shadow. Now it's three-dimensional, right? I'm going to add a little bit more blue, and I'm going to use that for, actually, maybe I'll put the tomato, the capital T, red, and the capital P, green. So here's tomato. And it would be kind of cute to do red in the center of the words, the letters O. And for the P, I'm going to add some green. Go back to my green again. Make the green peas. And you can do a little green on the A. Wasn't that fun? Super simple. Lots of fun. Drawing, washing in color. I love to use watercolor this way. It's a lot of fun. This was really quick and simple. And you can have so much fun doing it. So I hope you enjoyed this exercise. Ink and wash mini book. Cute little vegetables. Super fun to do. If you're a Patreon member, you get the extra tutorial. Eggplants and peppers. Super fun. Click the link in the description box to join my Patreon, where you get exclusive tutorials, little extras here from YouTube. You get first dibs in watercolor workshops and retreats, all kinds of perks. So click the link and learn more about it. So I hope you had fun painting this little mini sketchbook and just washing in the color. It's hot press, so it's kind of fun. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.